Foxxy Esposito. Hey brother, we talked about a lot of sort of interesting approaches today. One of the main ones is unisons. So as you know, when you tune your guitar, you have all the unisons here. And lead guitar players can make really cool use of that. So you want to get in the habit of sliding chromatically into them and then playing the open note. Down, up, down, up. For that chord, or just for that note. And then do the same thing with bends. I didn't do that very well. But bends are unique sounding. And then you want to do it and try to get extra notes like this. So what I'm doing there is down, down, up. So I'm doubling the open string for an effect. The bend. So that's a unison idea, and then the lick he used was this. Think about a G chord. You have this triad and you have the open triad. So any combination of these notes with the open notes is a G chord, because the open notes themselves are a G chord. So he's doing this lick where he lets the G string go open and he bends into the root. And then on the second pass he goes 4, 3, 1. So it's on a G chord. So 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. And we just talked about various G tricks. So that's kind of based on a sixth. So we revisited thirds and sixths. So if you start with your thirds in G and make them to sixths. I'm hybrid picking that, but you can flat pick it or whatever. Back to thirds. Okay. Now the thirds, if you leave out the chromaticism, you just get, which is just the first three notes of a scale. But if you put it on the D string instead, you get sixths. And whenever you get back to that open position, that's your G chord. So we're going to practice the thirds and the sixths together. They're almost the same shape. And when you're on the six here, it's cool to chromaticize it downward too, especially in bluegrass. Again. And anytime you take it down a full step, you're making a G7 chord. Or any seventh chord depending on your one. So in this case, this is our G here, and you can go. There, that sounds like a 7. It adds a 9 and a 7, but it's a real cool move. So it's basically a G7 chord. So you could think all that space. And then we talked about how these three, since these three are a G chord, you can do a cool run where if you go to the G natural at the 8th fret, you can do a pull off and then do the G and the D open. So down, up, up. No, down, up, down. And then just go down to G major scale. Again. We talked about the same thing for the top three strings make an E minor. So if you do an E minor scale starting at 12, you can do the same pull-off exercise and just use the open G and B. Hey Dan, come on in, brother. So you're just playing on that idea that these three make an open E minor. That's all we covered, dude. Have fun.